everybody, welcome to the Hickson Diaries. It's day 8 of our series, my 12 faves of Britain. We're counting down to Christmas Day, and today we're exploring my 5 favorite British musicals. 5 favorite British musicals. That worked, right? Now, I know a lot of people are going to say Mamma Mia is kind of cheesy, and they're right, it is a little bit cheesy, but I'm a huge fan of ABBA, so I had to have this on the list. I really enjoyed this show, actually. I've seen it a couple times now, and actually the first time I saw it was with my sister, and she had bought me tickets for Christmas one year and we went together, and it was really, really fun. And she even enjoyed herself, and she's not really a musical person. So I enjoyed it a lot. I think this is a really clever musical. I really like the way at the end, I like the show a lot. And it's one of the very first musicals that actually used like a band or singer's music and made it into a show, which I'm not usually a fan of, but it could just be that I'm a huge fan of ABBA and that's why I liked it so much. That's fair, and I do have that bias. I love Six. I think it's one of the most innovative and creative musicals that I've seen in a long time. I've actually been lucky enough to see this one in New York, and I've also seen it here in London, and I enjoyed it both times. It's really funny because obviously the New York version is talking about the British queens of Henry VIII, and they're doing it in an American accent. So that's kind of funny. I have to admit, it was a little bit strange to hear them do all their stuff in a British accent here when I saw it in London. But that's just me because of my perspective and everything, and having been exposed to the American version first. I enjoy it. I think it's innovative. I think it's really fun, and it's basically just like a concert, which I believe is what they're going for, most likely. But it does come across that way a lot, and it's very different from a lot of other shows, so I think that's why I really enjoy it. Les Mis is something that I've listened to the soundtrack of probably a gazillion times. Never saw it live until I came here to England. And I was able to go to the West End, and it was the first show that I saw in the West End, which I was very, very happy about. And the main character is a former prisoner that tries to reinvent his life on the backdrop of the French Revolution. I like the history of it as well, and the music's just phenomenal, so you can't go wrong with Les Mis. I know a lot of people are gonna get on me that Phantom is better than Les Mis, but I like it better. It might be that I have that classical kind of training in the background, so I like the operatic version better. And Les Mis is definitely an opera, but it's more of a modern opera, where Phantom of the Opera is more traditional. I really like it. I think that the Phantom character is just really strong, and I love the type of voice you have to have in order to sing it well. So that might be why I enjoy it. But I also think that the songs that the main character Christine sings are just phenomenal, and you definitely have to be a certain type of singer to sing those as well. So maybe it's just a showcase of very specific types of talents, and that's why I'm drawn to it. But in any event, I've always been drawn to it a little bit more than Les Mis, to be honest. So it had to be number 2 on the list. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get on me for number 1, but just hear out my explanation. And you may not agree with any of it, and that's totally fine. You can tell me in the comments below. But there's very specific reasons of why this is my number 1. The Rocky Horror Show. Number 1, Tim Curry. It's going to be very hard to argue with me about Tim Curry, right? Number 2, there's definitely very few musicals out there that are anything like the Rocky Horror Show. And I don't know that you're gonna really be able to find any that are at least done as well and such a cult following. And the third reason that I like it so much is I kind of have a crush on the character Frankenfurter. Anytime Tim Curry sings, I get a little bit of a flutter anyway. I enjoy it so much, but I do have a crush on the Frankenfurter character a little bit. I would probably, if I was in that world, I would probably have been introduced by him, to be honest. I know that's probably too much information and definitely not where you thought this segment was going to go, but I have to be honest about it. And I think it is a bit cheesy. The sci-fi undertones of it and everything are not, you know, the best, but I do think it's very smart and it's very unique. And yeah, I can't help it. Rocky Horror Show is always going to be my favorite. And I've seen it live like 6 or 7 times in various community theaters and stuff like that. And I will always jump at the chance to see the show. Maybe even dress up. There you have it, guys. My 5 favorite British musicals of all time. I'm wondering if you guys are into musicals, and if you are, what your favorite would be, and if I have it on the list. Let me know in the comments below. I'm very interested in your feedback on this one. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow for day 9 of our series. I hope you guys stay well, and I'll see you next time.